Okay. Hey everybody. Um I'm not I'm using these new headphones. I stole them from my husband. They're gaming headphones. So I'm not sure if they work yet. So as you guys pour in, let me know if you can hear me clearly, if you can see me clearly. This is going to be um, very affirming for some of you, and for others, it's going to be eye opening. Okay, now let me exit out these tabs. So, nobody's on yet, which is fine. How, for those of you guys who will be watching the replay, um, feel free to comment. I get back to people in the comment section. Um, I'm FayTheCosmicLove. I'm a divine motherhood mindset guide and conscious creation coach. So I know for some of you guys, it might seem like those are like really far apart, but they're actually the same, because as a divine motherhood mindset guide, I help women heal from past trauma so that they can parent more peacefully and create the life that they truly deserve, discover their divine authenticity. And as a conscious creation coach, I show people how to create the lives that they desire from a place of healing, with the power that they already have. Maybe they've just been misallocating their energy stores, or just don't have a clear understanding of how creation works. But in both of those, both of those categories, we're talking about creation, right? As a mother, you've created human beings. And as a business owner, you've created a business. So in both of those areas that I assist humanity, we're talking about creation. And for those of you guys that don't know, I am a mother of 11. I know, right? Um, 11 beautiful kids. So I think you can get the picture. Like, this creating on purpose, that's my jam. Um, Not only do I create amazing businesses, um, I create humans. That's a pretty big deal, right? It's like magical or whatever. Okay, so let's jump into this. I'm sorry, I had lotion on my hands and I itched my eye. It's kind of messing me up. Um, Quick disclaimer: if on your spiritual path you try to stay away from people who cuss, this is not going to be a video for you, because I cuss. Okay? If you can't deal with a little bit of ratchetry, also not a video for you. But if you stay with me, I know you'll get some very valuable information. Okay? Um, so I'm going to go ahead and jump in. Now, daddy issues. Daddy issues are not, what is this? I'm sorry. This says the current keyframe rate is too low. Recommended keyframe rates are in the range of 2 to 4 seconds. I don't know what that means. Hmm. Um, okay, so daddy issues are not just, um, if you actually, had a father in your life, it's even if you didn't have a father in your life, um, it's about your relationship with masculine energy. Okay. I love you guys. Stay on, okay? Give me 1 second because I'm indisciplined and my computer about to die. Let me get the charger. Um, be right back. Okay, I back. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I had to go get the charger. Okay, so first of all, I want to discuss divine masculine properties. Okay, so when it comes to divine masculine, we are talking about provision, protection, right? Safety, security, um, logic, rationale, um, speed. We're talking about big ideas, right? Big picture ideas, um, which there are like so many more attributes. Um, and I will drop a worksheet in the comment section um, sometime after this video. But those are different than divine feminine attributes, right? We have the nurturing, intuition, it's cyclical, um, it's receptive, whereas the divine masculine energy projects its energy um, in a loving way. It's not aggressive or angry. Um, and it always requires consent. Now, the divine masculine offers its seeds. Okay, so as above, so below. Just like a man has sperm, that is a seed, right? The divine masculine offers seeds as well. And these seeds come in waves of three. So first we have vision, then we have relationship, and then we have provision. And the relationship and the provision come to support the vision, right? Um, Everything works in unison to promote life, right? Expansion. And if we're talking about business, business is something, it's your creation, right? You had a vision, right? That's the first seed. You had a vision. Then you started cultivating relationships to support the vision. So that's you reaching out to different networks. That's you creating content to share with your community. All these good things, right? Those are the relationships that support the vision. And then you started making money, right? And that money is for the purpose of supporting the vision. That's how you scale, right? You take some of that money, it's your re-up. You take some of that money, you invest it back into your business continues to grow as long as you're continuing to cultivate the relationships that support the business. Now, I want us to, since we're kind of clear on divine masculine attributes and the fact that you've created a business, I want us to backtrack a little bit and start talking about your physical father, right? Um, the person that co created you. When we are children, our only. Is that a little person? Hi, Lion. Hi.
What's going on your phone?
You want to watch Coco Melon on my phone? Okay, well, go get my phone out of my room, bring it to Daddy, and Daddy will let you watch Coco Melon. Can you close the door for Mommy? These are quick little kids. Hold on 1 second.
Here, Mommy.
Oh, thank you, Papa. Here, take it downstairs. Lion has my phone up here. Lion's up here. He took the phone. He wants to watch Coco Melon. Go ahead. Go to TV. Go ahead. You can watch Coco Melon. Go ahead. Okay, so um the person that co-created you, right? The masculine energy that co-created you. When you're a child, you don't know source. You don't know God in the same way that, an adult would cultivate a relationship with source. Okay? So, however you call your cosmic creator, fine with me, as long as it's fine with you. For the sake of this video, I will refer to God as source, all right? Because all energy is not created or destroyed, only transferred in form. All energy must have a source. That source is the totality of all, right? And source has, divine masculine and divine feminine. Neither one is better or more important than the other. They work in unison to create. Okay? Um, so your physical father, the man that co-created you when you're a child, in your child mind, is your only example of the divine masculine aspect of God. Okay? Because when we're children, we make sense of the world around us through our small eyes. So as a child, your example of God, of the masculine aspect of God, is your father. Okay? Now, the issue that arises as we get older is that we hold the divine masculine aspect of God to human standards. We discussed already the attributes of the divine masculine. Okay? First of all, it's healthy, it's whole, holy. It vibrates at the highest frequency of love. It doesn't hurt, right? And it generally has its tasks. Now, our human fathers many times fall short of that holiness. Even when they're doing the best that they can. But some of us have fathers that weren't around. Now, because our child mind perceives our parents as gods for us, we will hold, as adults, will hold the divine masculine to human standards. So, for example, quick example, if your father wasn't present and would just pop back up into your life randomly. It can affect you in a way where you believe that safety, security, financial provision cannot be consistent for you. Okay? Now, is that true? No. But because your child mind tied your father to what the divine, how the divine masculine operates, period, across the board, then that becomes a core belief. Okay? So now I want to get into core beliefs. One second. Okay. Now I want to get into core beliefs. Um, what are core beliefs? First of all, I want to say core beliefs make up our ego identity. Okay? Most core beliefs are created between birth and the age of 7, around there, when our brains are in a theta state. We learn about the world around us through example, right? Through experiences. And we're collecting data. That's what we're doing. All right. As children, we're just constantly collecting data and then forming our own energetic patterns based on the data collected. So these things stay with you. They can stay with you your entire life. These core beliefs. Every core belief isn't a negative core belief. There are very positive core beliefs. If as a child you were constantly told how beautiful you are, how smart you are, how talented you are, right? Those are great core beliefs. And you'll grow up believing those things until something comes along that tries to attack that core belief, right? But all of your core beliefs make up the totality of your ego identity. Okay? They are beliefs that were offered to you by your experiences and by other people. You did not come into the world with your own positive or limiting core beliefs. These were gifts and sometimes not great gifts. Now, once you have this core belief, you spend the rest of your life, until you make the decision not to, you spend the rest of your life collecting evidence to support those core beliefs. And this is all coming from a very subconscious place. Okay? So you're not waking up in the morning saying, oh, I have this limiting core belief. Let me go find ways to make it true. No. What you'll do is, because, most of our actions come from a subconscious place, you'll spend the rest of your life collecting evidence and at times sabotaging your expansion in order to support those core beliefs, because the ego never wants to die. Okay? When you're a kid, it keeps you safe. When you're a child, your ego is the aspect of your shell that helps you make sense of the world around you so that it's not so overwhelming. But then it gets to a place in life where you don't need that layer of your shell anymore. But the not knowing is scary sometimes. So you'll cling to that layer of your ego identity. So your relationship with your father plays a major role in the core beliefs that you have around divine masculinity. Okay? And because we know that the divine masculine offers protection, provision, right? We understand that your relationship with your father um, has an effect on your level of receptivity to money, to relationships, to bigger, grander vision. Okay? And we're going to want to pay attention to whatever limiting core beliefs were created from that. Um, okay, so your business. Your business is your creation, right? So let's look at some ways that the divine masculine aspect of you showed up in your business in order for it to be created. First of all, remember the divine masculine seeds come in wave of 3: vision, relationship, resources. So before you started your business, you had a vision, right? Okay, that's divine masculine. You started cultivating relationships to support the business, masculine. You started making money in your business, masculine, right? Now, if you have limiting core beliefs around um, how the divine masculine shows up, let's say that it's around money, okay? Um, because this is your creation, this is your baby, okay? Um, let's say you had a father who was always complaining about money. Money don't grow on trees. Money's hard to come by. Um, and you could see when he didn't have enough money, he would treat everybody like shit. He's stressed out, right? Now, when it comes to your business, your creation, let's say there was a core belief that money is tied to pain or tied to abuse, right? Then subconsciously, you might not have the desire to make more money out of fear that there's going to be pain that comes right after. Or it might be the opposite. You might have a belief that if you don't make more money, even if you don't need it, if I don't make more money, then something bad is going to happen in my life, right? Something horrible is going to happen if I don't make no more money. I hope you can still hear me. I got to take this thing off my head. It's giving me a headache. Um, so please believe me when I tell you that these things are absolutely, oh, that feels so good. Yes, these things are absolutely correlated. Okay? Um, things that we want to pay attention to. Now, seeds, the seeds of the divine masculine come with speed. Okay? You and I both know sperm are fast. It's important that they're fast. It's the same with the seed of money. It's the same with the seed of vision. It's the same with the seed of relationship. These things come with speed, okay? But if we're not in a level of receptivity to those seeds because we have a core belief that those seeds cannot be trusted because of the relationship that we had with our father or the relationship that we didn't have, then that's going to be reflected in how easily we can scale our business. Okay? And don't get me wrong, there's mommy issues there too. So I'm definitely going to do a different video on the mommy issues, but for now we're going to stay on the divine masculine. Um if you have experiences where your father did not protect you, right? Then you might have a core belief that shows up in your business, like you're constantly afraid of people stealing your ideas, that your ideas won't be protected, that your money won't be protected, fear of making horrible investments. Like you cannot trust yourself to invest in your business in the right way because that money won't be protected somehow. Um, let's say that you know that you're making you've been consistently making $10,000 a month, um, and you really want to bring it to the $20,000 a month mark, but because your father wasn't present, right? Um, oh no, let's say your father was super present, and let's say he was super present, but I mean, he was physically in your life, but he wasn't an active participant in your life. He was just like some dude that's at your house, and if your mom says, "Hey, I need you to take out the trash," or whatever, like he'll do it, but he's not a real active type of father. Then you might have a core belief that you're incapable of taking self-directed action. So you might actually know what you need to do in your business to scale it, but you procrastinate and you're constantly second guessing yourself, right? Because you believe that you're incapable of doing that because that's what was exemplified to you. Um, or you might have a core belief that the divine masculine aspect of source will not show up for you consistently. Um, so you have to overexert your energy all the time to make up the difference. Um, when it comes to these seeds got to be planted in some type of soil, right? Um, that's why I said in another video we're going to discuss the divine feminine aspect of source and how that plays into this as well, because there has to be some level of receptivity. Okay, where are these seeds getting planted into? Okay, um are you in a place of receptivity? Oftentimes we will, if you're thinking about the divine feminine aspect of yourself, um, we seek out the best seeds. Okay. And if you have experiences that support the belief that men ain't shit, okay, then you're also going to reject the seeds of the divine masculine aspect of source because you have that belief. And if that belief stems from your relationship or lack thereof with your father, it's even more difficult to navigate, because you know that your physical father is an aspect of you, right? You can't separate that. So if you have abandonment issues, if your father abandoned you, right? It'll feel like obviously you were undeserving of being chosen. You were undeserving of his presence. And there's grief around that. So your mind might switch it around like, I don't care. Or whatever else your mind does, but it's still there. And when it comes to your business, your creation, and how you serve humanity, how you receive more seeds of money, if you have that feeling of undeserving because of your relationship with your father, there's going to be a cap on how much you're willing to receive. It will limit your mind's expansion, and that's going to affect how much more you're willing to receive out of life, especially within your business. Okay. um so I'm gonna tell you about my personal experience. And if there's anything within my experience that mimics yours, go ahead and drop a comment. So I've been in business for years and years and years, and I'm always doing inner child work, shadow work, however you want to call it. I'm always introspecting because know thyself, right? I don't want anybody on the planet to say that they know Faye better than Faye. No. I want to know myself. I want to know my whys. I want to I want to be a conscious creator within every area of my life. I don't want to be creating stuff by accident. I don't like that. Um I know what I want my life to look like, and I know that I have the power to make it happen. I know how the divine masculine and feminine play with each other, how they couple, and how things become physically manifest in this realm. So, I go hard, um with pleasure, right? I go hard. So now my business is doing good. Um my clients are happy. I'm serving humanity. Everything's great. But I get this feeling like I could be doing more. I could be showing up fully embodied. But it's a fear, a layer of fear there. And it's like I started to tap into why I was afraid. Um, and I was looking back on how growing up, people in my family used to tell me that I'm too much. I'm too loud. I laugh too loud. I'm too free. Um, Cause my family is like, they're like Haitian socialites, I would say. Like I come from that kind of family. So I need to be ladylike, right? I need to be ladylike. I need to be seen and not heard. All that stuff, right? Yay to the patriarchy. Um, but that just wasn't me. So I came to the realization that I'm not showing up in my business the way I want to show up in my business. Um I'm not receiving out of life what I want to receive out of life, at the scale I want to receive it, because I'm afraid of showing up in the world fully Faye. Um, I was struggling to really come to terms with that. And then I got on a inner child coaching call with Bianca Pieters. Um, and I'll drop her link in the comment section. And that was incredible because through that call, I came to the realization that when I was a kid, very small child, and I was being free, I was having fun, I was having a good time, laughing loud, being me. Um, my stepfather would beat the shit out of me. Okay. Um, Not the rest of my siblings, just me, because of my too muchness. Me being too much, too loud, um, too free, it caused my mind believed that that was the cause of the abuse. My childhood mind didn't understand that, hey, broken people break people, you know? So me being me results in pain. It results in me being ostracized because many times I would have to go to my room and be alone. Um, Me being me was a crime. Me being fully myself was a crime. Um, so that's what Bianca assisted me with. That's what she helped me see for myself, that that's where my fear was coming from, right? So then, I do what I do, conscious creation mode, introspecting, and I'm like, okay, if when I'm a child, my father figure is the divine masculine aspect of God to me, right? Um, do I have a core belief that there is something inherently wrong with me? Do I have a belief that if I show up fully embodied, that I am somehow sinning, that God is going to punish me somehow for showing up fully, that I'm going to be alone, that incredible pain is going to follow, that God is not going to protect me, Source is not going to protect me, um, because being me is somehow a crime. Um, I really had to sit with myself and realize how many ways I'm not showing up fully in my business because of these limiting core beliefs I have, these painful core beliefs I have, um, because of my relationship with my stepfather. It was keeping me from receiving bigger vision. It was keeping me from cultivating certain relationships. Um, it was keeping me from receiving um, certain levels of money and with speed, because he abused me. There's a part of my mind that believed that because me being me is the crime, if I am being hurt as a result of me being me, God won't protect me, you know? Um, and it shows up in very subtle ways, but has major impact on how much good I'm willing to receive. Um, I had to determine for myself that I was not only ready to heal my internal relationship with the divine masculine, but that I wouldn't hold on to old stories. If you know me, you know I'm all about the level up. Bigger, better, stronger, wiser. That's me. I like that. I like freedom. But because as a child freedom came at a price, there was only so much freedom I was allowing myself to experience. And our businesses are our creation. They are our baby. Okay? So if there are limitations on your internal freedom as a person because of your relationship with your father, guess what? You're going to put those same limitations on your creation. You're going to put those same limitations on your business. There's certain levels of genius you're not even going to allow yourself to embody. There are certain levels of provision you're not going to allow yourself to receive because you're child mind tells you that that comes at a horrible price. Your daddy issues are keeping you from scaling your business. Don't get me wrong, mommy issues could get you from scaling too. All right? That's why we're going to do another video. We're going to talk about that, and then y'all could just mesh them two together and see how fucked up we really are. Okay? Um but yes, this is true. And I help people around this concept all the time. Um if you are listening to this and any of it is ringing true for you, if you're having any aha moments, if it's causing you to reflect on your relationship with your father, drop it in the comment section. I want to know. All right. I want to hear about it. So now I want to talk about what you can do, what you can begin to do. All right. Um, just to start kind of the healing process around it. Um, First things first, you want to get clear on what the divine masculine is. Again, I'm going to drop a little worksheet in the comment section within the next couple hours, because I got to go help my kids with homeschooling. We're making hand sanitizer from scratch and they're super excited. I'm going to drop a worksheet if that helps. But you need to get clear on what the divine masculine is, what its traits are, its characteristics, what love is, because it vibrates at the frequency of love. So however your father was there, wasn't there, however how fucked up he was, whatever, honestly, like, it cannot compare to the loving holiness of the divine masculine at its highest frequency. It cannot compare. All right. You want to write down your father's traits. Okay. So boom, you got the divine masculine traits and characteristics. Then you got to list which your physical father's traits and characteristics, whether he was there, wasn't there, how it made you feel, all that good shit. Then you want to start coming to the understanding that, well, you want to be able to compare. Okay. So if you see that your father did have these positive traits from the divine masculine area, okay, almost like a Venn diagram. Y'all remember doing that when we was kids? All right, we're going to compare and contrast. So you can see the areas that, yes, okay, he embodied the divine masculine at its highest frequency in with these things in these areas, right? And then you're going to be looking at, you want to look at all the areas where he did not embody the divine masculine at his highest frequency. Okay? Look at those things and then start looking at the relationships you've had with men and money since your childhood. Kind of like start jotting those things down so that you can see if there's a pattern, because your core belief is within that pattern. Your core belief is the parent of the pattern. That's what we want to look at. Now, if you don't already know what the core belief is, that's fine. But by paying attention to the pattern, we'll be able to kind of reverse engineer it, and pinpoint what the core belief is. Okay? We want to understand that divine masculine is always pouring out seed. So it's not a situation where, oh my God, I can't believe I've been, holding on to this limiting core belief for so long, and like I've just epically fucked up, and now that I'm getting it right, the divine masculine's like, oh bitch, too late. No, it's not that type of party, because the divine masculine aspect of source is always pouring out seed. Always. Vision, relationship, resources. Vision, relationship, resources. It's nonstop. It don't stop. Okay. And it's coming fast. But your level of receptivity, okay, has been greatly affected by your relationship with your um, masculine father figure. It could have been your uncle. It could have been your granddaddy. It could have been any dude that had real relevance in your life. It don't matter. Um, but there's an effect there. All right. Then you want to look at um, whatever you believe are the biggest issues around you scaling your business. Okay. Um, so at this point, you have um, a list of where your father fucked up, right? What traits, fucked up traits that guy got. Um, your relationship with men and money until now. Um, and then you're looking at where you feel you fall short in business. By this point, you should be able to see the pattern. Okay? You should be able to plot the course, reverse engineer that shit back to your core belief. And when you do that, you get to decide, is this core belief something that is still protecting me? Or is this shit to my detriment? Because again, when your child mind created this core belief, it was to protect you from ideas that were too big, too complex for you to truly comprehend. You had to make sense of the world. But you're not a jit no more. Like you're grown. So you're going to have to come to the understanding, like, do I still need this core belief, or is it time to scratch that? But it can't just disappear. It's going to have to be replaced. That's why the majority of y'all in this group use affirmations, because on a soul level, you understand things have to be replaced. They cannot just be eradicated. That spot is going to have to be filled. So you give yourself affirmations, right? It's the same thing with this. Okay. um I wrote down notes because I be talking a lot and I be forgetting shit that I wanted to say. Hold on. Okay. Yes. So, and getting clear out of what you actually want for your business. All right. um what you want your business to really look like. um I know sometimes when I talk, it might seem like I'm everywhere. um but I hope that upon reflection of what I've said, it makes sense to you. um because there's gold in these words. Okay. your story your story can change. My story is changing, because ain't no way in fucking hell I'm gonna let that ain't shit guy that my mama married keep me from everything that I deserve. And that's what's been happening. I've been afraid to show up because the boogeyman could be standing around any fucking corner coming to steal my joy, because me being free is a crime. That sounds crazy, right? I know. But we all got shit. We all got shit. And there's a very big possibility, if you're watching this video, that in one way, shape, or form, your daddy issues are keeping you from getting everything that you deserve. If we're in the purpose posse, it's because um we're all super intentional about creating a new world. We're intentional about manifesting a reality that supports freedom and expansion and love. We're doing that. We're about that. But our parental issues keep us sometimes from leveling up. What is scaling a business? Scaling a business ain't nothing but multiplying the harvest. That's all that is. You plant your seeds, you get a harvest, you take seeds from that harvest to grow more. It's the law of multiplication. You're doing that when you're scaling your business. And if your business's purpose is to serve humanity within your zone of genius, we cannot afford to not scale up. We can't afford it. You and I both know it's a lot of fucked up shit happening in the world. The world needs us to show up fully embodied in our greatness. The world needs it. All of us listen on this live can sit there and think about all the things that are messed up in the world and all the things that need to change. Well, who the hell is going to do it if it's not us? Who? We waiting for the bad guy to do it? He's just going to wake up one day and be like, you know what? I've been really fucked up for a long time. But it's just so much world hunger and abuse and war. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a bad guy collective. And I'm going to lovingly eradicate all that's wrong in the world. You and I both know that shit ain't going to happen. So everybody that's suffering is relying on us. Okay? And while we're out here changing the world, being our highest selves, holding each other accountable and responsible for our conscious creations and supporting one another, while we're out here changing the world, we can't let anything hold us back from that. We can't limit ourselves. And our relationships with our parents, a lot of times, that shit keeps us from leveling up. We're holding on to a lot of pain, a lot of resentment, a lot of faulty concepts, a lot of limiting core beliefs. And that shit keeps us from showing up fully armed, fully loved, okay, and fully capable. When we are not thriving within our divine authenticity, everybody pays for that. You're not doing the world a favor. You're not doing yourself a favor by not digging deep. You're not doing anybody a favor by not scaling your business. You're doing everyone, including yourself, a disservice. Because as you scale your business, guess what? You get to experience more pleasure, more luxury. Everybody's version of luxury don't look the same. Everybody's version of pleasure don't look the same, and that's okay. But the more you expand your business, the more you are allowing yourself to receive from that same business that you created. So you got to ask yourself, do you deserve more? Are you willing to receive more? Right? Because the seeds are here. The seeds are coming. They've always been coming. The divine masculine aspect of source is not going to leave you like your shitty ass daddy. Okay? If your mom used to beat the shit out of you and your daddy did not protect you, guess what? The divine masculine aspect of source don't operate like that. It don't. So we cannot put the divine masculine aspect of source, we can't hold it to human flaws, human standards, human toxicity. We can't do that, because by doing that, we're keeping ourselves from everything that we deserve, everything that's rightfully ours. Luxury is our birthright. Love is our birthright. Expansion is our birthright. That's my signature. Everything about us levels up. And everybody that works with you is leveled up by the service that you provide. That's why you're in the business that you're in. You love serving the way that you serve, because when you serve, you're helping people. You're leveling these people up. How do you intend to level up all these people that you want to level up when you're not leveling up yourself? That doesn't make sense. It gets to a point where you're like, okay, I've reached a roadblock. So, of course, introspection around the divine masculine, um, it's not the end all, right? It's not everything, but it's something really fucking big that you cannot afford to ignore. So unless you had the perfect experience with your father, unless you had consistent protection, provision, presence growing up from the divine masculine in your life, this is something I would kind of like look into. Okay. um I'm gonna go ahead, close this up. I pray that it was valuable for you. I hope that this is a game changer for you if this is something that you haven't looked into before. um I hope you took notes. Okay. Within the next few hours, please come back to this post. I'm going to I'm going to drop the worksheet in here. Um, if you need help digging a little deeper, you know where to find me. Um, I'm also going to drop Bianca's um, inner child coaching link in the comment section as well, because she's dope sauce. Okay. I love you guys. Okay. I really do. I love you guys, and what we're doing is great work. Okay. Um, I'll talk to you guys soon. Of course, because we got to do the divine feminine, right? I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you.